Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm sporadically coming on live today, but I woke up to my channel demonetized and I thought it would be a good chance for me to come on and talk to you guys for a few minutes about YouTube and the fact that again I had no strikes, no anything, and I just woke up to a demonetized account. So I just wanted to hop on and talk to you guys. I wanted to be able to read some comments. I was going to do a pre-recorded video, but then I thought I might as well come live, and then that way if anyone has any questions they can just ask and we can sort of talk about what we think happened to my YouTube channel. So before we do all that though, guys, of course, everything in this video is alleged. Make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, put your notifications on for right now. Hey, how are you? So basically, it's important that you guys understand that, like, if you monetize for creators that aren't like huge, like small creators like myself, it's hard because there's not really an area like to make any of your money back, right? So like for example, I use a streaming service so that like my content, the audio is better, the visuals better, it's faster upload, and so I pay for it every month. So things like monetizing my YouTube channel, I'm not making a fortune, but at least I can make a little bit back to pay for things like that, right? So I've had no strikes ever on my channel. I've never had any copyrights. I've never nothing. I knew it was coming. I could feel it in my soul. Now, this is a pattern too, guys. If you're new to my channel and you don't know, this is a pattern that they do. They did this to the real Andy from BH, and they also did it to Candy Washington. They're both great creators. Love and respect both of them. I met Candy Washington. I didn't meet her. I'm sorry, but I did a panel with her on the real Andy BH, and when she was going through her demonetization, I went over to her video and showed her some love. So I think she got back up and going. But of course, it's just kind of to mess with you. And for Andy, that was his full income. So he probably went 2 months without any pay because of the way YouTube cycles, and it pays once a month. And he would have lost the month that he was fighting the appeal and then have to work the other month, resulting in 2 months without pay. So for somebody that lives completely on YouTube, it's pretty grimy. I had the same violation that he had. I reached out to him. Him and I have always corresponded and had a great relationship. So I spoke with him, and yeah, definitely same sort of setup, same situation. If you guys remember, he was actually in Colombia and he had done a video about Marge and Andy Cohen, and I didn't see it as problematic, but I could see like they're like getting a little bit butthurt over it, if you will. For me personally, if you guys don't know, I'm not going to get into everything, but I have been served with 2 cease and desist, one from Envy, and from one of the housewives, the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I have to be careful what I say, but I did do a video about the housewife's husband, right? And his birthday. If you guys don't remember, I was talking about how Real Housewives of New Jersey Joe had his year wrong. His birth date year was wrong on everything online. It was like a 5 year difference. He was trying to pass off 1975 instead of 1979. Sorry, that's 4 years. Even though everyone knew that him and Teresa, you know, are only a couple of years apart. So, like, all I did was say that it's not correct. I didn't say like anything else really, maybe obviously anyone that can add 1 plus 1, and if it equals 2, they're going to realize like, oh, this is a little bit sketchy that his birthday, it's his year and it's wrong everywhere. Maybe it was like reported purposefully or something. But does this have to do with MG or Bravo? I don't know. I have heard a lot of rumors about Bravo not being happy. I've heard rumors that they really wanted to clean up their act after Real Housewives of New Jersey aired. And I sort of believe that because if you remember, Andy Cohen was really pushing everyone away from New Jersey. He even did an interview in his office. That's why I remember this visit vividly. And then come July 4th, everyone was still talking about New Jersey. But what happened? Kyle Richards announced her separation on July 3rd, I think. So everyone was in an uproar. That was bigger, right, than what was going on in New Jersey. And everything is strategic. Everything is planned. Everything is on purpose. There's a reason, right? So I think that Bravo, I don't know. I I know that Teresa and Melissa Feaster are, Melissa Feaster started her own production company, which Like, that's amazing, right? Her husband is an agent, guys. If you didn't know, her husband is an agent, and he was an agent to Kobe Bryant. So he's big time. He's not little time. He's way been out in LA, established, working the Hollywood scene for years and years and years and years and years, right? So Melissa Fieser got connections for days, okay? Like, she might be learning podcasting and all that stuff, as we go, as people do, and as you grow. But she definitely has the connections. She just, they could get really big. And I think that it's a great idea that they started their own production company, but I also think it's sort of a flag, because it's like, okay, now they're not in production with iHeart for their podcast. I don't know exactly how iHeart does it, but if you notice, Teddy and Tamara have upgraded. They were in some, like, I don't know, like, live news setup, like with a long table, and like Erica Jane on one side, and they were sitting on the other with like their microphones, like a 48 hours interview with Erica Jane, and she's like wearing sunglasses. But it does seem like they had a lot of guests. Tamara and Teddy they have guests all the time. They even have Cynthia, who co-hosts. And it didn't feel like they were really giving that to Melissa and Teresa, if you noticed. Did anyone else notice that? I mean, Melissa and Teresa have a great podcast. They have great content. That they need a guest. But the fact that every guest is on Tamara and Teddy's podcast would kind of make you go, because you're going to get better numbers, which means you're going to get better what? Come on. You're going to get better people to like endorse you. You're going to get more money because you're getting better ratings. Bigger, popular sponsors, if you will. I can't believe they had Erica Jane on. But anyways, I'm sorry, got lost. So basically Melissa has her own production company now, and they are producing Not Mistake Bitches. And then Teresa has her cooking show. And her cooking show is I think it's very elevated. It's very professional. I think it's a professional production company that comes in and films her. Everything looks very, very, very professional. It looks very clean. The aesthetic, she looks great. Whoever's filming it, they do a great job. She has an intro now. She has every week, I think she's brought one of the girls on. So she had Gia, Melania, Gabriella, Adriana. So each week the fans got to see one of the girls cooking with Teresa. And it's always nice to see Teresa as a mother, because she's very like gentle and nurturing with her daughters. And we don't get to see as much of Gabriella and Adriana as we used to see of Gia and Melania. You can even tell there's a much different personality between the older two than the younger two, right? Melania they're all very, very beautiful girls, but Melania posted a TikTok of her dancing with her dad, and she's in like a green dress, and she has her hair slicked back in a bun, and she just looks just like a young Teresa. And has a lot of energy. She's very much one of those people that like sort of lights up the room when they come in. Not everyone has that. People think that not everyone lights up the room when they come in. They might think that they do, but they don't. She's someone that has like that sort of energy. Lisa says, I love her cooking show. Listen, Lisa, you're not the only one. I get tons of women that message me and are like, I love her cooking show. They're like, she has great recipes. She does a great job. Or they're like simple and good. And I think that Teresa makes a great cook. Like, she's proving that she's cooking right in front of you guys. You know what I'm saying? And people are still like, no, like she cooked the whole thing in front of you. But sometimes that's not good enough. So anyways, I also think that maybe it came from Eminem's camp for sure, because here's the thing, guys, they have a computer whiz. That's why you see the pattern of demonetization on YouTube. It's always on YouTube because that's how the computer guy works, right? Because it's not like an actual logistic reason why I got demonetized, right? I just have to basically get a hold of someone to look it over to confirm that it doesn't need to be demonetized. But that's a process, because there's like not anyone at YouTube they can just call up. P.S. I talked to Freddie last night, Reality Diamond Freddie. He's working on some stuff. He's looking into John and Rachel. I'm like, ooh, Freddie coming for y'all. Don't even know it. He's gonna snipe y'all from behind one day on Sherelle's World, or on his own podcast, or his own channel. He definitely has his own channel too. anyways, I think that also, so Kim D's podcast came out, or not podcast, I'm sorry, her fashion show came out, and I announced it, and then like 2 days later, Melissa's fashion show came out, and it was 5 weeks away, but she made sure to plan it a couple of weeks before Kim D's fashion show, right? And I posted that the tickets were allegedly $325 because that's what it was for the meet and greet. It was $325, and the regular admissions was $125. And I mentioned that a marketing tool, and Lisa from NYC Gal, she was in marketing. I go on her podcast every Wednesday, and she even said like that's the thing that they do. They like market it that they're gonna, that there's a possibility you might get on camera, that they might be filming. So it obviously motivates people to want to attend, right? We know that Rachel Fuda's mom used to go to posh fashion shows, right? So we know that allegedly Melissa used to go to the, anything that was at the brownstone, she would be there trying to be seen on camera, allegedly. So I think that made her mad because 12 hours later, she said she sold out of the meet and greet tickets. When I first posted it for the first day on my TikTok, all of the comments, there were like a couple of comments of people that were like, I love Melissa. And I'm like, listen, I can respect that. We can't all love the same housewives, right? No worries. But after like a day, like the comments were like shifted, right? Like, oh, I love Melissa and Joe. I'd pay anything to go see them. And she sold out and I bought 3 tickets and yada, yada, yada. And I just feel like she was upset about that because 12 hours later, you're going to come out and say that you sold out of your meet and greet tickets. That also feels like a Bravo move because you guys know that Bravo is alleging that they're sold out of BravoCon tickets. Yes, that's correct. $1,200 BravoCon tickets. And guess what they're going to do for you if you want to be on a waiting list? Guess what Bravo will do for you? Bravo will take your credit card information. And whenever that ticket becomes available, they'll charge you and they'll send you an email. So make sure that you have an extra $1,200 to $1,300 in your checking account at any time, because if a ticket becomes available, well, hey, my fiance doesn't know I have the baby. He's driving past the house to the daycare, even though I texted and said that I'm at home with the baby. He still drives past the house, has to back up all the way because he sees me, knows I'm home with the baby. Men, I swear to God, men, killing me, Smalls, killing me, Smalls. And I don't call him Josephine. I don't call him names. I don't make fun of him for being short. I don't say anything about all the terrible things that I could say. I don't. I say that she basically manipulated him and he gave her everything. And I think one day it's not going to be rainbows and butterflies and he's going to be looking for a pretty young thing and she's going to be with the ball player. Notice they didn't say anything about ball players at the charity event. You didn't really see anything. Also, did you see the staged people in the crowd that were wearing NV t-shirts? Bright white NV t-shirts. Where did you get those NV t-shirts? We know that they're only a size medium. And they were so white that they had to be new. So I riffed. There were like 3 people that had NV shirts on. 2 people that had Tiger shirts on. Not Tiger, I'm sorry. It was Joe's face on a shirt. They were young girls and they had it like rolled up with their belly showing. It was Joe's face right here. Planted. Hello. That was totally planted. Come on now. Again, do you think we're stupid? Seriously. They're probably your employees. That's probably why they have NV shirts. It's probably their uniform. They probably just had to work all day. And it's probably their NV uniform. Come on now. Like, everything's in good fun. It's not that deep. They get so upset. And it's just not that deep. I don't understand. Like, and again, it's just like some accounts just, everyone else just breezes by and they say whatever they want and everything's fine. And I say the obvious is that he wasn't born in 1975 and I'm a terrible person and they're going to demonetize me. I'm just saying. It's like, is it because I'm like a free thinker and I don't not represented by anyone, so I don't have to stay inside this bubble? I don't know. But there was a fan that had a Teresa sign. It was super cute. There were lots of fans cheering for her. P.S. Did you guys notice that her and Melissa Feast are always wearing their Namaste t-shirts? Let me tell you why that is. Because of me. If you guys remember when Gina was talking shit about Teresa, I stitched the video and I was like putting my Namaste t-shirt on while she was talking shit about Teresa, and I was like brushing my shoulder off. Yeah, genius. I know. And now they wear the Namaste t-shirts everywhere, so just saying. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to let you know that there's going to be more things coming. I am definitely going to be pivoting. Since YouTube did this, I have to file an appeal and make a video and do all this nonsense. So I'm going to keep you guys in the loop with what platform you'll be able to hear me on. So, all right, guys, make sure you have a great weekend.